Imagine spending years working on some of India's most sensitive security matters. No public applause, no media spotlight, no social media presence. Just information, intelligence, and decisions that could impact the security of an entire nation. Now imagine leaving that world behind and returning to lead one of India's most respected police forces. This is the story of a man who spent years in the shadows before stepping into one of the most visible positions in Indian policing. A man whose career witnessed controversy, intense scrutiny, powerful assignments, and eventually the highest police office in Kerala. Hello everyone, I am Bhakti Kothari from Indian Masterminds, and today I bring you the fascinating story of IPS officer Ravada A. Chandrasekhar, the current Director General of Police and State Police Chief of Kerala. His journey is not just the story of a police officer, it is the story of a young man from Andhra Pradesh who entered the IPS in 1991, navigated some of the toughest phases of policing, rose through India's intelligence establishment, and eventually returned to lead Kerala Police. So let's begin. Every remarkable journey begins somewhere. For Ravada A. Chandrasekhar, it began in the lush landscapes of Andhra Pradesh's West Godavari district. Born on July 5, 1966, Chandrasekhar grew up in the Godavari region with roots in Veervasara. At that point, there was little indication that this young boy from Andhra Pradesh would one day become the police chief of a state hundreds of kilometers away. Like many ambitious young Indians of his generation, he set his sights on public service. The dream eventually led him to one of the toughest examinations in the country, the Civil Services Examination. And in 1991, that dream became reality. He joined the Indian Police Service, his cadre, Kerala, a state that would shape the next 3 decades of his life. Many IPS officers begin their careers in relatively quiet postings. Chandrasekhar's story was different. One of his earliest major assignments was as Assistant Superintendent of Police in Thalassery, located in Kerala's Kannur district. Now, anyone familiar with Kerala's political history knows that Kannur is unlike most places. For decades, it has witnessed intense political rivalries and violent clashes. Policing here was never routine. Every day required alertness. Every decision carried consequences. For a young IPS officer, it was perhaps one of the most demanding classrooms imaginable. This was where Chandrasekhar learned the realities of frontline policing. How to manage volatile situations, how to assess risk quickly, and how difficult policing can become when politics and public order collide. Those experiences would leave a lasting impact on him. But an event in 1994 would alter the course of his public image forever. November 25, 1994, a date deeply etched in Kerala's political memory. That day, police opened fire during protests in Puthur Paramba. The incident resulted in the deaths of 5 DYFY activists and injuries to several others. At the time, Chandrasekhar was serving as ASP in the region. As a result, his name became closely linked with one of the most debated law and order incidents in Kerala's history. The controversy generated years of political discussions. Legal scrutiny followed, public debates continued, and for a long time, the incident remained a defining reference point wherever his name was mentioned. But history often moves in unexpected directions. As investigations and court proceedings unfolded over the years, no criminal culpability was established against him. The legal process eventually cleared the path ahead. And perhaps the most surprising twist came decades later. This same state where the incident had remained politically sensitive would eventually see Ravada A. Chandrasekhar become its police chief. It was a remarkable turn in a long and complex career. While public attention often focuses on headline moments, careers are built through years of work, and Chandrasekhar's career moved steadily upward. Over the years, he served in a variety of important assignments. He handled district-level policing responsibilities. He worked in senior administrative positions. He served as DIG of Thrissur Range. Later, he became DIG of Kochi Range. He also served as Police Commissioner of Thiruvananthapuram city. Each assignment brought new challenges. Urban policing demanded one set of skills, District policing demanded another. Administrative leadership required a broader perspective. Slowly but surely, Chandrasekhar developed expertise across multiple dimensions of policing. But the most significant chapter of his career was still ahead, and it would take him far beyond Kerala. At a point in his career, Chandrasekhar moved on central deputation. This decision would redefine his professional identity. He joined the Intelligence Bureau. For most citizens, the Intelligence Bureau remains a mystery institution. Its officers rarely appear in public. Its work seldom becomes news. Yet it remains one of India's most important security organizations. And Chandrasekhar would spend nearly 11 years there. Think about that. 11 years, more than a decade devoted to intelligence work, internal security, threat assessments, counter-terror monitoring, strategic intelligence gathering, political and security analysis. These are not assignments where success is publicly celebrated. In fact, the best intelligence operations are often the ones nobody ever hears about. Year after year, Chandrasekhar climbed the ranks until eventually he reached one of the highest positions possible, Special Director of the Intelligence Bureau, a role occupied by only a handful of officers in the country. By then, he had become part of India's top security architecture. The officer who once patrolled the streets of Kannur was now helping assess threats at a national level. Years of intelligence change people. They teach patience, observation, pattern recognition, and the ability to anticipate challenges before they become crises. Those who worked in intelligence often develop a different approach to leadership. Instead of reacting after something happens, they focus on preventing it from happening in the first place. Many observers believe this is exactly how Chandrasekhar evolved. He became less of a traditional field commander and more of a strategic thinker. A man who preferred information-driven decision-making. A man comfortable working away from public attention. And a man who understood the value of prevention over reaction. As Chandrasekhar approached the final phase of his career, another significant opportunity reportedly came his way. He was considered for the influential position of Secretary Security in the Cabinet Secretariat. For many officers, such a role would be the natural next step. But Chandrasekhar made a different choice. He wanted to return to Kerala. After years in Delhi's security ecosystem, he chose the state cadre. It was a decision that surprised many. Yet it also reveals something very important. His journey with Kerala was not finished, not yet. In 2025, Kerala began the search for its next state police chief. The UPSC shortlisted 3 senior officers. Among them was Chandrasekhar. The competition was intense. They were highly senior and experienced contenders. Yet Chandrasekhar brought something unique to the table. 3 decades of policing experience, extensive intelligence expertise, and a deep understanding of both Kerala and India's broader security landscape. The state government made its choice. And on July 1st, 2025, Ramada A. Chandrasekhar officially assumed charge as Kerala's state police chief. He became the 41st Director General of Police of Kerala. For the young ASP who had once started his career in Kannur, it was the culmination of a journey spanning more than 3 decades. Taking charge as DGP is one thing, leading a modern police force is another. Soon after assuming office, Chandrasekhar identified the issues he believes will shape Kerala's future. The first is drugs. He has repeatedly spoken about the growing threat posed by narcotics. But interestingly, he does not view it as solely as a policing challenge. According to him, families, schools, colleges, and communities all have a role to play. The second challenge is cybercrime. Online frauds, digital scams, cyber-enabled criminal networks, these threats are expanding rapidly. And Chandrasekhar has stressed the importance of technology-driven policing and stronger cyber capabilities. The third focus area is community participation. His vision extends beyond traditional law enforcement. He believes policing becomes more effective when citizens become partners rather than spectators. When you look back at Ramada A. Chandrasekhar's career, what stands out is the contrast. A boy from Andhra Pradesh who built his career in Kerala, a field officer who became an intelligence specialist, an officer associated with a major controversy who later rose to the state's highest policing office. A senior intelligence official who could have continued in Delhi but chose to return to Kerala. Very few careers contain such varied chapters, and perhaps that is what makes his story so fascinating. Originally, Chandrasekhar was scheduled to retire in June 2026. However, his tenure was extended until June 2027. That extension gives him more time to shape the future direction of Kerala Police. Today, he stands at a unique intersection of experience. On one side lies decades of frontline policing, on the other, years spent inside India's intelligence machinery. Together, those experiences have shaped the officer who now leads Kerala Police. And as the state confronts challenges ranging from narcotics trafficking to cybercrime, all eyes will be on how Ravada A. Chandrasekhar writes the next chapter of his remarkable journey. If you enjoyed this story, do like, share, and subscribe to Indian Masterminds for more inspiring journeys of India's civil servants and changemakers. I am Bhakti Kothari. Thank you for watching.